All right, the one-man band, we're off.
Trying to get Russian.
The 1.5 man band.
Yep, we're in it now. Not sure where Lauren's gone, but that's fine. I'm here. Carrigan in the pit as well. I mean, not in the pit, in the boiler room. No boiler to be found. However, CZ getting ripped out. Oh, Flamey said, I can't believe it. But the triple B setup, like, what is this? You've never seen anything like it on a pistol round. How do they have this much confidence, Chad?
Well, look at all the utility here. Rush is going to be on the walls very shortly as Chris J was tagged on up, down to 31 points of health. Looks like a fake on the B side, and that'll keep all three members exactly where they lie. So over to A they go. Carrigan to receive. Rops in rotation. It's going to get messy, Rush.
Yeah, but he's still got that CZ, so I think big things are coming here. Does get flashed off. Rops hopefully doesn't kill anybody, and now Rops can kill everybody, and he doesn't kill everybody, and the bottom site is lost. The triple rotate coming in. Oh, Chris J's got 2 flashes and a kit. Possibly could get something going, but this is almost a save, honestly. Save that Kevlar, save that kit, save those flashes.
They're going for this one.
You think so?
100%.
I don't know, man. The time's ticking down, Chad. They only have that one kit. The flashes, I don't think so, man. Simple's here. How can they go for it?
Watch this.
1 flash. Bimus is in. He's looking for danger. Gets one, maybe. I'm not actually 100% sure. Now Simple can be played in, and it's all on Chris J, and the round goes down.
Lauren's back.
I've had a phone
Lauren.
call. They said, look, hey, this is playoffs.
And we're paying you.
Yeah. Well,
in peanuts.
nah, they pay me pretty fairly, honestly.
Pocket lint.
No, it's pretty decent. I actually really appreciate it.
Toothpaste. I do.
No funny business, Chad. It's playoffs here, mate. Do you
I
not
do
understand
need
the
to
gravitas of this? It's the 3rd map, Chad.
I do, but it's
Come on, mate. Let's pull it together.
It's the first round.
Pull it together, mate.
It's just the first round.
I'm just relaying what, you know, was told to me.
Was it Ralph?
I'm not saying it's not.
Or was it Craig? Was it Ralph or was it Craig?
Both?
Well, you know, both of them aren't calling you. I'll give you the hot tip.
When you're important, you get both.
Oh.
Get the Skype call. They're all in there.
The Skype
no one's
call?
on Skype. I'm lying to you.
They use
Alrighty.
Hangouts these days. Skype.
Skype.
All right, well, I think NaVi are going to win this one pretty handedly, like a 16-9 scoreline.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think that mousesports, at least in my opinion, are hugely convincing on a map like Inferno. I know that they have very brawly riflers, but there's just something about some of their setups that feel a little bit janky. And I think that as the longer the series goes on, that's when NaVi, they get to shine. I think the first map, they were caught off guard by the pace, and that's why we had such a blowout of score, and then you saw them come alive on Inferno. And now if they can weather the storm here of this Deagle upgrade on the side of Mouse, then I think they're starting to look to get the ball rolling once more. And we predicted NaVi as well, Lauren.
I honestly forgot that at this point. It feels so long ago. I mean, God, yeah. At this point, we'll see how this goes, though. Looking towards 8. You do have the 4 players there. Chris J's a little lower, so I don't know, 3.5. Smoke goes down.
You're only just losing the poll, by the way, Lauren.
Yes, the one that's on my Twitter after you were biased against your co-cast. It really makes me love working for you, you know, for the rest of the week. It's so exciting. Maybe as exciting as this round could be, Carrigan's still doing work with that P250. He has been finally quelled by Simple. Ropsy being a little bit of a nuisance.
I mean, what's going on, bro? Calm down. Can you relax for a second before you lose the round for Simple? Oh, dear.
You've gone and jinxed this, but Simple should be okay because it's still Simple and they are low HP. Rops is desperately going to try and find a way to make those odds look better for him, but no. Simple still holds on, has to get 4 kills, but do you want to talk about that panic in the pit?
Yeah, I'm not sure why he needed to start veering out into the open. Dealing with Rops was obviously the key, right? Making sure that there was no player over towards pit meant that Flamey was able to set up with a post-plant situation. And it's like we do have Alex here.
I'm so sorry.
We never got rid of him. As
She's left of his own accord.
It's Simple bailing them out. And now this will just be down to the light pistol upgrade on mousesports. Rops has actually invested a decent chunk. That's going to be $1,350 for him. Carrigan's opted in with a smoke and a P250. BMAS with a P250. Chris J with a Deagle already getting chunked down by a big nade. And I think here, if you get banana controlled this quickly, you may as well just do a bit of a money man situation, smoke CT, maybe get a Molotov over towards that Coffin's position and just let Boomage go in and see what he can find. So we'll see the smoke actually limp towards front side. Seems to be NaVi's more favored approach. We'll have to deal with Frozen on the boost, so Boomich has to be wary. He is. Headshot comes on through. Smoke to hold them at bay. So up towards top mid right now, we can see pushing forward is Electronic, and he's taking a lot of space. If Rops gets the timing right on this peak, which he might just do. Oh, in the back, the Deagle, it's still going to land. This can get interesting now because NaVi are locked in between two decisions. They know a Deagle's up close and personal towards mid, and they don't know that there's a stack going on over towards B.
I love what Rops just painted by himself. So that little bit of pressure gives you enough of like, well, if he's being that risky over in Boiler on his own, the feel of it. Chris J going for a little paddle in the pool. There's Perfecto, Flamey. Yeah, they're having none of what he's trying to sell. Carrigan desperate for the shots to come in, and he did pepper down Perfecto, but they've kept control. And now they'll know that remaining Deagle was all but a ruse and nothing to be too scared about. Yes, Perfecto and Boomich are low, but he'd still have to get past Simple and Flamey, and it's Simple who's kind of on guard duty for Banana, but got to be careful in the way they escape, as Robs would love any of what they have, especially that rifle. Simple. I feel he's going to check on it.
There he is.
Of course he is.
There's the man. Currently sitting with a, I think it's what, 6-0 scoreline, yet to die. So we are only 3 rounds in. It is still early stages. Now Carrigan wielding the AWP on the CT side. Looks like he's postured over towards A. Mac-10's making mincemeat of these unarmored opponents on the B bomb side. Easy as you like there. Perfecto netting himself a little bit of extra cash. And they can keep these Mac-10s going forward. Perfecto and Boomich still in hand. A bit of residual cash for Boomich, that's for sure. AKs for the other 3 members. Flash over towards the top. Very easy one for you to use at home. Assist your teammates, guys. It's like doing a good deed. Helping a woman down the stairs with the pram.
Then to sit in the front of the car. I don't know.
Don't do that anymore because it's whole global pandemic situation. As much as you want to help other people, you probably shouldn't.
I'm sure you could be responsible about it.
Yeah, wear a bubble suit. Anyway, Frozen thinking better of hanging around towards the top of Banana. Let's make a little note here. Frozen has nothing remaining. Chris J only has a smoke. So they will be boosting Frozen up towards the new box position. He will need to find a multi-kill because utility is definitely not in their favor. So we can see 4 players in Banana right now for NaVi. They're setting up the execute and then it's the go.
Nice little flash. Chris J's off the angle, plays in Frozen. Doesn't get it just yet, and Chris J has now left the building. That's good from Frozen, and he's still able to stay alive. Oh, what? Electronic, you just trying to feed that? Oh, Frozen. So calm under pressure. Flamey outdoes him in the end, but that was brilliantly played. 4 kills, 2 of them. I felt that kind of sitting in the same position that guy just got bopped in. Probably wasn't the smartest idea, but, you know, maybe method to the madness that I'm not aware of.
Yeah, and you could see there that with this setup, I said he needed a multi-kill.
Really exceeded the expectation.
Was a little bit more than I was hoping for. I think that in this situation, Electronic trying to take advantage of the fact that he's expecting more players to be pushing across towards pool.
Sure.
And unfortunately for him, Frozen, he did not need to move his crosshair. Guns will come back out for NaVi. Boomich, AK for Simple. Tech9, ooh, look at Rops, very inquisitive.
He's a curious fella. And he's found Electronic for it. Had backup too, and Carrigan was watching to ensure that T-Stairs couldn't punish too much. So a freebie to start with, you'll be happy with that. Mollies, nades, all the exchange towards Banana. Not going unchecked, not going untended. We saw some weird stuff just yesterday with a couple of the Banana plays and how it all played out. Even in North America, we saw some very curious things. So, not yesterday, day before, but for now...
Feels like yesterday.
It really does all blurs into one. For now, though, CT side pretty well postured. Good amount of utility left as well. BMAS happy. Rop's probably pretty pleased.
This is easy for Rops.
Nice. Good timing on that. BMAS can't help too much. Oh, he got a little sloppy at the end, but he'll be fighting with what he's achieved. BMAS is still on the side. You've got Carrigan in support. And now Boomich knows where BMAS is. Okay, goodbye. That's a nice quick kill. And suddenly the bomb plant looks incredibly viable. Chris J's gone there quick, though, to Library. Didn't give himself up too quickly either. And Boomich wants to fight! Oh. And he gets the fight. He even sees the player. He's feeling it. He wants this. He's hungry for it. And oh, maybe he's bit off more than he can chew. Bear in mind, it's Frozen, but Boomich ice cold under pressure this time.
Yeah, not even using the bomb as that extra man. Just happy to take those fights. Some great shots there from Boomich. And I mentioned that he was the 2nd highest rated player for NaVi in their ESL Pro League campaign. And you're seeing why right there. Really struggled when we kick things off on NUKE. 0-11 at one point. And here, well, that's a thing of the past. 4 huge frags as Boomich locks down the 4th round for NaVi. That's what you love to see. trundle into round 6. Guns back out on the side of mousesports. Ort for Carrigan once more. Frozen and Chris J just down towards the pistols, and both of those will be the B defenders. So if they can get some close-range duels towards the mouth of Banana, it might be nice, but that's even nicer. Carrigan taking down Electronic, an opening kill, a bit of a freebie. No flashes, no jiggle, nothing to work with. Carrigan will take those every day of the week. And now operating at a number disadvantage. Smoke to force him back once more. Boomich seeing if he can continue any of that lovely AK aim we just saw in round number 5. Utility now still looking pretty for mousesports. They've got 3 smokes left, a Molotov. Was there a gun in spawn? What did Carrigan just run past?
I'm sure your boy.
Just the silence USP.
Usps.
Yeah, they looked a bit bigger. They normally do. It's the barrel on the USP, Lauren.
Ah.
It doesn't look like a normal pistol because it's got the whole silencer on the end.
Ah.
You can't just sit there and quiet. Like, people are going to think I'm perverted or something. Jeez.
What do you want me to say? They look a bit bigger? What?
Well, they do than a normal pistol.
Okay.
Being judged here.
I'm not
Someone
judging,
help me.
I agreed. I don't know what I meant to do.
Oh, you can cast this round.
Okay, Rops over in Graveyard, trying to stay alive. Going to take Flamey to his B-Mass, going to fall away. Now Surrounded has a lot of problems and a lot of bullets being thrown at him. That's a site clear. That's a bomb plant. And the last 2 players don't have much to fight back in with. A kit on Chris J, sure, but other than that, it is a CZ, it is a Deagle, and a Molly tucked in the pocket. There's still those smokes, or that smoke, should I say, in play. If Frozen's arm could just reach out. Yeah, nice. We'll fade off from that then. Nice and quiet for Frozen.
Getting plumbing questions coming through, Lauren.
Right.
Teresa needs a hand with a bloody radiator again.
Oh, it is getting to winter time, I guess.
I fixed it 2 years ago. I'm back.
You have to
I gotta
drain
fix
it.
it. Yeah, well, that's you got to bleed it.
Yeah.
Because air gets in.
It's like that nasty, like, color. It gets all rusty.
Yeah, and you only need to bleed your radiators a little bit. So if you want to know how to do it, YouTube's a good way. Need a bit of a screwdriver number in there, and yeah, that's. I won't tell you how to fix it live on air. It might take a little bit of time. But get a towel or a bucket.
Yeah.
Actually, get both.
It's a bit messy.
You don't need to let out too much water. That's what they think. Anything you don't need to let out too much. So if you are having issues though with anything water or electric related, call a professional.
Yeah.
Don't do it yourself.
Don't. Although you did recommend to look on YouTube before. Carrigan might need to get a professional to help him out right now. 23 HP backs away. Chris J's like, let me show you how to do it with a CZ. No problem. I got you. Stems the bleeding, shows some presence, but backs away. And the rest of the T side more than happy to regress towards this.
Yeah, and if they just go for the execute right now, they can find themselves in a 4-on-1, but maybe a little bit slower off the beat here because that was a scary approach. They know that the AWP was there. They know that Chris J was there as well. Flamey can upgrade to the AK-47. Does he want it? He's walked over it, clearing out towards sandbags, making sure it's safe before he picks it up. Or maybe he'll just entry with that. So they've done the same smoke, limping in towards the front side of the site. And as you can see, that forces the line for the coffins. What a catch from Frozen. There's a massive gap over here now. This is problematic.
It is. So wait and see those shots come through though. Flamey gonna lead the way.
Flamey.
Yeah, no one's giving anything up. Frozen's gonna still try and hold the line. Nades. Can he do anything?
Fluffed it.
Quiet about it. Oh, the dead body. Just caught his glimpse a little too easily, and now BMAS is pretty far ahead with that AWP.
Oh, wow. If Rob's made that round could have been on, but now BMAS's best job is just to hide in plain sight and see if he can save onto this AWP. Wants to actually look for a kill, but I don't think he's going to be greeted with too much. Tag's good. Wants to see how many NaVi members he can take down, but unfortunately for him, he's locked on in. And look at Electronic thinking well and truly ahead of
Galaxy Brain.
Yeah, anything that BMAS wants to get away with now, there's no way out. He's going to be locked in towards this construction position. Simple pick up towards the tree. He'll finish him off. So the safety net of Electronic not needed. Round number 6 on the board for NaVi. I'm glad I called it in like the second round of the game. That I thought it was going to be a pretty easy one for NaVi, because I waited into this score and I said, like, yeah, good one, Captain Obvious. But I just have a feeling that I think obviously NaVi, their lineup has been together for a lot longer. I think as well, looking at this team, probably a bit more serviceable on a map like Inferno when it gets gritty. And what I've seen from mousesports has been some heavy momentum-based play, and Inferno doesn't lend it that same way. Harder to go for information and individual plays on that CT side. You need to have quite a gear of teamwork to get away with that. So the double ops will come out. Chris J, or Christopher J as he likes to be called, will have the secondary AWP. Carrigan with the primary over towards the arch side of middle. Tried to establish a little bit of presence towards Banana, but not holding on to it whatsoever. They'll just be walking up. All 4 again. Looks like B is on the menu for NaVi this evening.
Flash, go. Chris J off the angle now. Molly has to come back in. Hinders progress, but dealt with pretty swiftly. Frozen now quite isolated. Chris J in desperate attempt to support, but smoked out. Frozen's about to get in a whole lot of trouble. They can't remove him just yet, but they've actually gone for the fight towards Chris J. There goes Frozen. And now with the bomb to be planted any second now.
Oh.
Chris J's timing watched over by Perfecto, keeping that bomb plant safe, ensuring no one can get close to it. And this is already a safe call, and Flamey wants it.
Yeah, and Flamey might get Carrigan for free here. He's just made a footstep, so that's probably heard from the top A players, as we do see Carrigan not pushing through the arch. So if he can slip on through the library position, he might actually be able to tuck away with his teammates in sight here. There it is. The avenue's open. Flamey, he's gone looking, but he's gone looking in the wrong place. Had a real window of opportunity there to take this one down, and that's just been flipped on its head. The MAC-10 spam comes on through. Carrigan kept on Natus, trying to get away as, look at this, Flamey wants the chase. Now he's pinned on in. Carrigan surely goes down here. Smoke to evade, and Electronic, he'll finish him off. Well, he'll even get taken down by Simple. So that just left one rifle in the hands of BMAS. The money situation with a $3,400 max loss bonus on that CT side is not enough to warrant a buy. A partial will be coming on through on the side of mousesports, more than likely. And this double AWP setup, it's very, very costly, right? To be getting 2 weapons, 2 of the big greens out, $4,750. Then you have to put armor behind it, utility, diffuse kits, all the goodies. It's going to cost quite a small fortune.
Yeah. Long-term goals, though, for mousesports, if you want to talk about that. Is this a map you think that could eventually suit them as a decent pick, or is it just not something you think stylistically would fit with them?
No, it should do, considering their riflers. I feel at the moment maybe you've got some players that could be, you know, moved around a little bit. But also, it's a map that comes heavily down to those CT-sided reads, you know, gamble stacking late into the rounds in the correct bomb sites, or having an identity of what your approach is. Are we a banana-controlled team? Are we a team who likes to, you know what G2 are doing with those aggressive smokes down middle and then pushing into alt mid? I still just think there's probably time for them to figure it out. And with the serviceable riflers that they do have, it should be a great map for them. You know, imagine BMAS barreling down banana aggressively. That kind of stuff right there is what I would be excited by. But on round number 9, it looks like, well, we'll be heading over to the bomb site. That is called B once more. In they go. Simple as you like. Locking them out. Utility, guns aplenty. Withstanding these pistols. Frozen just spamming away. Trying to use that pane glass window to his advantage. Bomb will go down. We do find ourselves in a 2-on-4.
That glass might shatter by this point.
Yeah, you do, but that's how glass works, Lauren. The older it gets, the stronger it gets. Don't know if you know that. Yeah.
All makes sense.
Not true, everybody. That's a fib. Did you call them fibs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This round's over.
Yeah, it is.
Never noticed.
No, I definitely.
Oh, you're fine. You know.
You mean the people at home?
Yeah. You know. I used to like to talk to them, but then they also shown me that they like Rushmore, so I don't know if I really want to anymore.
Well, I don't know. Have they proven that? I don't know.
It feels like that.
Well, I don't know if, like, it's a pretty close vote, Lauren.
Yeah, but, you know, a close game, you know, there's still a winner and a loser.
It's 53 to 47.
Yeah, that disgusts me.
Well, that's...
Chad, you ooh. Oh, boom and shame. That ain't it. All right, Carrigan, let's see what you've got here. Oh, no. that's also not it. We've got a couple of not its this round.
Rops will trade.
There he is, headshots all day. But look at Electronics instantly taking space. That double stack towards the apartments, instantly exploited. Oh, Beamers. He's feeling bold.
Has to make a play. They've lost the side. They've basically lost the round here. Chris J dinked on up. Rops has a full kit of utility, but now the tables are turned. He is now on the T side here, having to aggress through halls. Playing retake simulator right now. Rops is going to limp out of smoke. That's going to give him some space to work with. Can drop the Molotov towards the bicycle position, and that is where Electronic resides. Oh, he's gone for Castle. And I think this round is over. There's not enough time on the bomb. Jumping on up into the side is Boomage. Chris J low on HP. Perfecto finishes off the last two. And it was that opening kill. It basically marooned Rops. You saw BMAS going for a play-in through the smoke right there, and it's now 9-1. Max loss bonus again. I'll continue to reiterate this. It's 3,400 on the CT side of things. An M4 with armor and a full kit of utility. You're looking closer to that 5K mark. 3.4, it just ain't going to cut the mustard here today. So it will be another partial investment on the side of things on the Mousesports squad. A couple of pistols. There's 3 Deagles, a CZ75, P250, diffuse kit for BMAS. We can also see 3 smokes and 2 HEs, sorry. So maybe they can find some damage in the scrappy nature of this round, but NaVi have already won the half, and now they continue to post as many as they can. Flamey, he's not going to check. Or is he? He goes down. 48 damage done to him. And this one's just going to simmer into the night, I think, Lauren. Crazy how you consider map 1, 16-5, a battering.
But it's quite exciting, though.
It was an exciting battering, you're right.
Whereas this just isn't.
Well, we could make it exciting.
Yeah?
I don't know how, but I'm sure we could.
It's you know.
Rush, you want to do this round?
Can
you can say
do,
no.
yes.
You can say no to us.
I do see Carrigan with a P250. Very strong weapon. I do like this boost over on the B side. Oh, he's going to peek it now. Look, check this out. He's not going to know. X-ray off. Wait, what? That's a lamppost, not a person. Oh, no. But now, Bemis, what a powerful spot. This is what happened. He kills Flamey, he takes the rifle, and then he kills everyone else.
All right.
Are you ready?
Drum roll, please.
See, now he takes the rifle. Look, he has a rifle. And now Carrigan is dead. What? He got one. That's pretty impressive, though, to be honest, just with a P2. I don't know how anybody kills anybody with that gun, to be honest. I don't think I have a kill on the P250. Chris J, not looking good. If I was frozen, I'd save the armor, the smoke, the deagle, or he could, like, play late game if they all go pit. He could deag them up a bit, but it doesn't look like they're planning on saving pit. They're kind of roaming around a little bit.
Would you say he'd cause much financial damage, Rush?
Yeah, and what's that word you say? He's playing spoiler right now. No idea what that means, but he's playing spoiler. He's got the... Oh.
Rush, what have you done?
This is night vision.
Okay. I didn't realize we had that installed in CSGO.
Well, Electronics spoils frozen spoiler right there.
What do you mean you don't know what's to play spoiler?
He's playing game helper.
Do you know what...
I don't know any of those
that
things.
Was just saying, well, if you don't know, that means the people at home don't know either. That means I'm doing a bad job. Rush, why are you saying I'm doing a bad job?
I don't listen, you know.
All right. 4 rounds left in this half. If it's a 16-1, Lauren, will you be like Pepe Think, or will you be more like Pepe Dance? I'm just making stuff up now. I don't even know.
Yeah, don't try to kill me after you've absolutely sold me out for Rush. No, all your dirty secrets, all of you, and you're all giving it. Oh, it's good. The dossier's coming together now.
Oh, no, the TeamSpeak recordings.
It's coming, it's coming. Ooh, no.
It is funny how Lauren made that vote as well, and...
Oh, Rush, don't. Rush,
don't stop what, mate. Like, Rush, you've been friends with me long enough.
Take the win. Just take the win, bro.
I didn't want to win.
I will overreact and say something very mean that I can't take back.
I'm fine with sitting in the back.
No, Rush, get off the mic right now. She'll bite your head off.
Let me press this button over here.
Playing really nice. Being
Lauren's
sad, not angry.
She's containing it right now.
You know, sad, not angry.
Or sangry, as we like to call it in the business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. To this, though, no casualties to report as of yet. It's been quite a quiet start for NaVi. Not being gifted any opportunities to begin what they want to be doing. No early aggress towards the apartment. However, they're not far from it themselves. Flash is coming in. Rob's now called to attention. BMAS unable to get himself into a to this game at all. Dead cam over here.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like.
Phew.
I was trying to think of some analogies there, and I couldn't think of it.
There's not much, is it? This is rough.
Well,
is anyone doing okay for mousesports?
It doesn't even matter.
No.
It doesn't even matter, does it?
It's just a bit of a shame when I'm seeing like BMAS on 3 kills. You know what I mean? Like he's just not getting into the game.
Well, it's
like,
because
they can't do anything.
This is the contrast, right? They don't get to dictate the play.
Yeah.
Whereas a map like Dust 2 CT side, you can dictate the play. You noticed how like aggressive BMAS was, you know, pushing catwalk, like taking fights there. He was also playing swing, helping out mid to Bs, and he was getting to choose when he got to initiate the fights off of their utility usage. On a map like Inferno, unless you want to go for that full banana control, which we haven't really seen them going for so far, it's not going to look very pretty. Now, Chris J, his position's been found. Frozen's as well. They don't need to, well, I don't know why they aren't chasing. NaVi definitely can warrant it. But I guess they're keeping it clean. They're not getting too lackadaisical. They're not letting the game get away from them here. And it was simple as that. They just walked onto the site. Boomich, Flamey, and Electronic take down all 3 A defenders respectively. And if you're the in-game leader and a round goes in that fashion and the trades are very few and far between, you're really happy. Like, I'm not going to lie. When a strat almost works perfectly, that's better than if you get an ace yourself. I've called some strats in the past and something that you've worked on with lots of dry runs, or, you know, it's a mid-round call. And when it works, it feels so good.
Okay, we're on the gun round. I just want to see it around the board for mousesports' sake, honestly, at this point. It just feels a little bit rough. I mean, I think this just shows that mousesports' map pool isn't quite there yet. I mean, we discussed how new they are and how exciting it is when it looks good. So I actually don't mind. I don't mind seeing the other end of the stick. It's a shame that it is in the playoffs and that they couldn't close Dust 2, if anything. But NaVi's resilience is always going to be a big factor for them. Their ability to actually dig deep enough is always going to be there. And when you have individuals like your Simples, like your even Perfecto, there was a bit of a rock when he was holding B, it works so well for you. So it's good to see the key factors that we like for NaVi coming together to win them that second map. Whereas maybe we don't quite have that yet for mousesports, but there's certainly been some big potential. Now, initial exchange towards Banana, but keep in mind the bomb is still down by T stairs, so, you know, give it a second.
It was a good nade. It's a good chunk of damage right here. They still are dealing with 4 smokes, sorry, to lock on out. A bunch of flashbangs as well. So it's going to get difficult for NaVi. The only way that this works in their favor is they brute force their way in again. And as you can see here, NaVi have top mid control and banana control. Now, I always say the CTs need to hold on to one key element of information. Well, right now they have neither. And you can see what that means. Karrigan has to play in limbo. He's playing with no information. Flash over towards the arch side, it does nothing because NaVi aren't posted forward that far, but now they go. It's going to be a late mid to B hit. Time is of the essence. Christian has the AWP.
Okay, Karrigan's got the cross.
There's the mid to B.
They're in CT, so...
Oh, if Frozen stops the plant, they win the round.
Frozen. Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess Rops and BMAS, they save. Yeah. So this is Save Simulator.
So what are you doing this evening? Have you got any plans, any games, or are you having to relax?
I do have to record some content, so that's probably going to be the first thing on my agenda to do.
Nice.
I want to try and make the videos funny.
Oh, you're doing a funny business tonight.
My funny business. I don't know if it's going to be too lewd, but
we'll see.
We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
We'll send it through, see if it gets approval. As simple... He's executing them now.
Just click on their heads, I guess.
Yeah, so guys, Counter-Strike's a really easy game. I'll talk you through it. What you want to do is...
that it's not this, and it's hilarious.
It's so simple. Like, they bring me here just to make the game sound really convoluted and complicated so that, you know, we think that these guys are fantastic at what they do. But realistically, if you just move the mouse, and you've all used a mouse before.
I've got one right here,
You just have to move it, right, onto the head of the opponent and just click.
So easy.
It's as easy as that. Like, I don't know why everyone's just not doing that strategy. Like,
Rush, what are you up to tonight? You got any plans?
Playing a bit of Danger Zone, I think. That's really about it.
He needs to set up this laptop for Danger Zone recordings because we also have some other content that we have to do.
Nice.
So that's on his agenda, I suppose.
Don't play spoiler there, Chad.
Well, we're not giving away too much. We didn't say for what we're recording, did I?
Ooh. So now the people are like, "Whoa, what content's coming out? Is it?"
I ordered costumes, if that helps people at home.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Do I get to keep it?
It did cost me €40, so yeah, you get to keep it.
Oh, all right, easy peasy, easy clap.
I want you to wear it into work once a week, though.
We'll see about that.
All right. Well,
back underway. Unpause comes in. mousesports obviously one round here. No point sugarcoating the pill. It has not been a pretty game, but Karrigan He wants banana control. With the
first
SMG,
time.
he's going to get it.
Yeah, and I suppose a 12-1 down on the CT side of Inferno, it's probably about time to change up the pace. So this round with the number advantage, Lauren, looking good for mousesports. But let's see how it can go wrong.
It's like paint by numbers.
Okay, that's good. They should have this round now.
There we go.
I guess Simple is still alive. So let's let's wait a second.
There's always such a caveat to just like how a round goes. I would say with how they're postured though, it's gonna be very hard even for Simple to do much. Perfecto's gonna have to kind of crack it a little further open. Let's see what Simple can do. He's 12 on up, so he's kind of in this like freedom phase where he can do whatever he pleases in reality. Money's flush. There's no reason to not do some derps.
I feel this.
Don't. Think of a little fruit.
Oh my god!
Oh no, run! Don't stay and fight! Oh gosh,
no, this is not the weapon for the job.
No, this isn't it. But Simple's doing dirty Simple things. Because he can.
Heard.
Well, he's heard them.
Definitely been heard.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Those foreboding feelings. They're all there. 30 bullets and a deagle, 70 HP. He's found one. Oh, dear God. Of course this is how it happens. He's got 10 seconds, though. He's got to make something happen for the bomb now. He wants the time on his side. The additional man. So now he's got a teammate once he gets this down. Nice. Okay, hits the reload. No, he doesn't. Just going to go for the deeg. 4 bullets, switches it over. Right, here we go. Game on. Simple is playing Counter-Strike for us today. We get a treat. Playing around those smokes like an absolute villain. Look at him. Isolates another. If there's anyone who could do it,
oh my god.
Of course, Carrigan knows! Carrigan knows it! Oh, this...
Oh no, what's happening here?
I don't know.
I can give you a little update. I believe the mouse stopped working.
Oh my god. If it can't be, oh jeez.
Oh, Carrigan, no! How could this happen to me?
Oh man. Okay. That's a comedy of errors.
That's the best round.
That's the best Clutch Simple's ever won. Oh my god.
And Carrigan just staring at them like, well.
Before, and then the mouse stopped working. Oh, Carrigan.
Oh, bless his heart.
Oh.
Here we go. This is how it begins. Yeah. Love that. Oh,
man.
Finds another. Feels weird. Oh, this bit of play around the smoke. Yeah. Of course he does. My heart bleeds a little for Carrigan, honestly. That is brutal, isn't it? It's just like, well, at least he was able to laugh it off. I mean, what else are you meant to do?
Yeah, like if it's the mouse error, and like I don't know what mouse he's rocking, I won't even.
Doesn't even
speculate.
matter. Yeah.
But it's just like, oh man, like,
just pack it up, boys.
It's not like he blue screened or the PC rebooted or any network issues like the mouse. It's like, oh god. It's like, you remember when? Did you have an N64?
No, I never got one. I only had a Sega at mine.
Okay. Well, I was
More
going
like
to talk about
PlayStation.
like blowing in the cartridges, but you obviously didn't. Rush, did you have an N64?
You do that with the Sega cartridges?
That's true.
I think my brother did, yes. We played this Star Wars game on there. It was pretty interesting. My brother was one of them people that whenever he lost, he turned off the console. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you've disowned him now, so it makes sense.
Family relations be like.
I don't know if he has. Hope his brother's not listening. Anyway, Flamey's brought out the Krieg, so if that tells you how the game's going, ladies and gentlemen, I probably don't have to. Simple
Chad, why don't you bring us some analysis? Jesus.
Well, the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, going into round 15 of the first half of the third map here at ESL Pro League Season 12 for day number 364. That's my Alex impression.
That's Alex?
Yeah, that was my British.
I'm slightly insulted. Electronic.
Oh.
Insult to injury. Rops dead and buried and Flamey.
Oh, he won that duel. If he won
Carrigan.
that.
Carrigan. New mouse Carrigan?
I think it's working.
Carrigan at new mouse? My. Okay, your turn, Electronic. Simple did it. So, if you don't mind. Oh. Oh, no. It's okay. It's okay. It's 13-2. We need to get ourselves back together because this game is it's closing in on an outcome, and NaVi have been playing very well. Simple does the most ridiculous things. Mouses have issues, and I think we all have issues too. We'll be back in just a moment's time after the break. It has been brutal thus far. At 13-2, the scoreline looks almost over. Now, mousesports, it'd be nice to see just maybe get some rounds on the board. Maybe for pride's sake. Yes.
Oh, for pride?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. So, yeah, okay. Well, maybe mousesports want to fight for some of that.
What have you got there, Chad?
This is a orange-flavoured Chupa Chup.
Nice.
It's going to be a bit difficult to eat while talking, so I'll wait till the end of the game.
Very ambitious gathering of a sweetie there. You've gone for something that's in your mouth the entire time.
Okay, so let me just explain the odds again to everybody. If you bet on NaVi with $1, you win $1. Not $1 extra, just your money back. So right now, mousesports, they are in a lot of trouble, but they're kicking things off with a very strong pistol round.
So I'd get loads of dollars if I bet on this round. Just this one.
Yeah, I don't know if they do round by round betting, but maybe.
Nice. Oh no, Simple's still alive. Hold on. Maybe I've messed up. He's got armor. They've got nade kill. Oh, my money's going away.
Oh,
Simple's got 2 kills.
Oh.
Okay, it's a 2v2. Don't worry, we're
No
still
kid in play.
this. Yeah, time's ticking. Flash comes in.
Oh.
Emas. Oh, he's a bit scared. He's a bit pinned in the corner, but he still gets the frag. There we go. Time has passed, and so has Perfecto.
Okay, so round 3 on the board for mousesports. It was a pretty abysmal CT half. I won't lie to you.
Yeah.
A 13-2 scoreline from Mounds is nothing to get excited about.
Kills.
Yeah, I wouldn't be sending my mum a postcard to let her know I managed 2 rounds on the CT side of Inferno. I wouldn't be sending my mum a postcard at all. I'll send her an email. But BMAS here for the back of the site, able to finish things on off. Maybe there's something we could do with like BMAS buy mass takes them down, like, you know, like buy something there.
There's some work. I mean, I'll call up Sadakis, be like, hey Matt, you got some good, you know, play with words for this one.
He's good at that stuff.
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah, what do you got, Rush?
Weapons of by mass destruction.
Not bad.
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure there's something that we could do with it, Rush.
Weapons of by mass destruction.
You got anything for electronic? That's an easy one.
He's some call no.
Okay.
It's good.
What have you got?
Something to do with electricity, I'm sure, like something with energy. Yeah, but there's lots of angles.
He's already done
Whoa, that shot was like lightning from electronic. Yeah?
Yeah.
Kind
If
of.
it was Zeus, I'd like that.
Oh, Zeus is retired now.
Yeah, but, you know, that would have been a little bit more appropriate. I don't know, I'm just saying.
All right, well, this is going to be a save round from NaVi, so we can keep talking nonsense. They did upgrade into the pistols. They went for the 4 spy on the second round of the game, and because they've given up A control with that B-sided lean, they will opt to hold on to these so they can go for a double dip in round number 18. So this will be the 40-second timer starting now. mousesports will not think about chasing, and NaVi will not either.
Did you try your prawn cocktail crisps?
I did. They were delicious.
Good, right?
The flavor is familiar to something.
It's just a bit tangy. I don't know what it is.
I didn't even think it was tangy. It's just very salty.
Yeah.
I like salt.
Yeah.
I love my Vegemite, so I'm a big
It's got it.
Just the salt that normally
Do you
exudes.
have Vegemite crisps?
I think we
Marmite
probably
crisps?
do. I don't know. I wouldn't eat them. There was also like Vegemite and Cadbury's did like a Vegemite chocolate. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking.
We don't mess around.
Well, I guess salted caramel.
I get it, you know, salty and
It's Vegemite. Shouldn't be in chocolate.
No, that's
No,
not
you
right.
can. So
How about
we
your toast?
used to have Sayo biscuits, and a Sayo biscuit. I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's
Savory or sweet?
savory.
Okay.
So it's a cracker.
Yeah.
But in Australia, we call things weird. And you put a bit of butter on it, and you put a bit of Vegemite on it. You put like one on top, right?
Little
and then
sandwich.
you'd squish it, and then the Vegemite and butter would come out the
Through the bit.
holes.
Yeah.
That was always nice.
I think we've got Tuck biscuits that are quite similar to that.
They're a bit crumbly for me.
They are. They
Yeah.
are.
All right, we got some mousesports fans in the fan cams. If you want to join the fan cams, we do have Ents vs Complexity coming up after this. It's esl.gg/fancam. Also use the hashtag ESL Pro League on the Twitter sphere or the Instagram.
I'm excited because when it goes to a third map, we get to see the Goonies.
This is the third map.
Yeah, exactly. So we get to see the Goonies. Because they're normally in the studio.
Oh, you mean we do the crossover?
Yeah. So I get to see Stunner chilling out. They're having a little, like, you know, chill time in the green room. They're having a nice day. It's really exciting.
All right, well, I might get excited about this round because I feel like NaVi have a look in here. 4 smokes, flash over the top, Boomich getting a bit of room, Molotov to hold him at bay. He's going to drop his smoke. That should keep them behind that half wall as we can see mousesports corralling back down middle. 1 minute and 15 remaining on the clock here. A very passive setup to the A side of things. An arch-sided smoke dropping on out will indicate that there is a potential for the hit. The Molotov now over towards quad, locking anybody in, and mid-control has now been garnered from Mouse. So, as we can see, 2 players over towards arch. You've got another smoke coming in. They want to force them towards the quad side, normally indicative of making sure they can't go for a mid to B or the wrap, and that means Boomich can posture up close behind this. 2 more smokes remaining. 1 on Perfecto, 1 on Flamey, who's over towards B right now, just jiggle peeking. That's really going to seem like an A hit. And they've got 4 players ready and waiting. Flash from Electronic here is going to be everything.
Oh, they found him. Boomich just gets a bit of utility to the thigh, but that's very nice with the CZ. And now there's a bit of a trap waiting. Keep in mind, Simple is still here, waiting patiently. The Undertaker from the grave peeks out, says goodbye to 2. Couldn't get the third, but Perfecto's on the case. And now a 1v1. You said you felt it. Maybe those are chances would get dangerous, and it certainly has. Now, Flamey with that CZ trying to play it back through. Rob seems very aware that this is the likely angle. Please have to go away from it. 5 seconds. Tries to plant as safe as he can, and this gives a moment. Flamey moves closer. Rops just sees an inch, and that's enough for him. Takes down Flamey. And there was a world where that fell apart for mousesports.
Definitely so. That left eye jiggle from Rops. Catch, you have to go a little bit wider. Catching that leg was more than enough. And poor Flamey, the reason he was crouched like that is so that he wasn't seen after Rops would finish planting that bomb. Not quite sure exactly where he was planning here, and just unlucky. Symple did a lot. The stack was good from NaVi. Everything was great about that round for them until the final throws of it, and hitting the desk there. Old Flame Dog, he ain't happy with how that one unfolded. 3-man B-lean from NaVi to kick things off. Aggressive Molotov towards down mid from Electronic to split any aggressive pushes on up. Nades are plenty, and Banana, you can see Molotovs just covering the floor there, being extinguished. Very light utility damage towards Bemis, and they're already gearing for what looks like an A hit.
It looks very likely. Perfecto is en route. He's a little further away right now, just swinging through spawn. So it'll take him a second or two to get there, but by now, top mid's already been garnered. That control's been given over. Electronics waiting. Flash in on the peak. No one there, but the smoke's now come in. Timing's everything. Perfecto is lucky to be alive. But do they dare go back for this? Simple's been found. Rops is just trying to be as precise as possible from that balcony. But Chris J just bullies his way in. BMAS as well. Clear out the site. It's theirs. Very nicely done. It felt rough, but it actually was quite clean.
And that'll be the save call. So more of the same of what we saw in that first half there. And I just want to have a bit of a shout out to an individual who tweeted at me.
Oh, yeah.
His name is Prey, P-R-E-Y. And I'm not sure how you'd say this. N-A-I-K?
Not sure.
Nake?
Maybe.
Anyway, tweeted saying, Carrigan having mouse issues, ... Ironic, kinda. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah.
It tickles my dad humor, so.
That's quite nice.
Yeah. So shout out to him for staying active.
I appreciate you guys getting involved on Twitter, even if you vote against me because you're all biased scumbags. I do appreciate it. What the hell are you going to talk about in this?
No, nothing. I was just going to say.
No, I really think you should be saying nothing.
So the people at home, they love you, Lauren.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Because, you know, the cheerleading squad of Chad out there going, oh, look at my vote. Oh, I can't crop images. You know.
Well, that is what
doesn't really help, does it? Nah. But they're quite funny on occasion.
Symple has the shotgun. Rush, can we stick with Symple?
Where's he off to with this?
Well, nowhere, really.
Back to sport.
Okay, just getting some armor.
I don't know what's going on.
Rush, what is this? He's gone for the pump action shotgun.
He's gone for a Nova.
Wait, he's gone for our least favorite shotgun in Danger Zone.
You know what? I've actually started to like the Nova a bit more.
I like the skins on the Nova. That's the problem.
Tell me why.
Compared to the Soud Elf, I hate the Soud Elf, but the Nova, you do have a bit of range there. I've been learning the patterns on the CSGO Hub skills training map, and I feel like I've got the pattern fully down at this stage. So
where can you find that training map, Rush?
You can find that on the Steam Workshop. And you can do a lot of cool stuff on there. It's actually really good.
Okay. Would you recommend it to any Counter-Strike players out there wanting to fine-tune their skills?
To every level of Counter-Strike player, to be honest. I think you can only benefit from playing it.
Where would you send players if they wanted to practice like the pros?
If you want to practice like the pros, head over to esca.net. Hate cheaters, ? I do.
Oh, he said hate cheaters. I
didn't know what you said. I thought he said HE. I was like, what are you talking about, grenades? What's next?
I thought he said Ejitas. I was like, I don't know what this is.
Okay, shotgun time.
Here we go.
Simple.
Ooh, look at that.
I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I
don't want to swing this corner.
It's weird. Chris J, brave boy, the master of unorthodox weaponry, is like, no, I got this, don't worry. And now they have to just get rid of old Electronic and Perfecto.
Did well to get one there, Perfecto, but eventually traded out. That was great pressure from mousesports as they pincered from either side here, and they'll just mop up this lighter buy from NaVi. Player by player, they'll fall as I drop my bloody chopper chop. And Boomich will do his very best to hold on to this Famous. Has a flash, has a kit. But both these teams can post gargantuan T-halves, because that's what's going to be required for Mouse to make this game interesting. 2 rounds is all they managed on their CT half. If they can, you know, get this up to double digits, that's mental. No, that's an 8-round T-haul. That's wild.
Just for those playing along at home, if maybe you haven't watched much of the Pro League or, you know, what have you, we Well, obviously, give good credit to a nice T side, but once they get to double digits after, you know, a large deficit, it's very much game back on at that point. That's when it becomes a fair game of like, oh, okay, it's not going to take just, you know, one simple round going well to close a game.
Precisely. It just feels like a matter of time at this stage. But if I want to start building that story, because we're only 3 rounds away right now, mousesports have a decent bank. So even if NaVi bounce back, they need to get clean rounds on the board here to make sure they can continue to get these aggressive and fully purchased up CT-sided buys. So as you can see here, NaVi are almost bottoming out on everybody other than Boomich, who saved that Famous. And on the other side of things for Mouse, they're rocking, you know, roughly 5k plus on every single one of their individuals.
Chat's being nice, and it makes me happy again. Nice.
So, standard flurry of utility over towards Banana early. Only one Molotov left within Frozen's hands.
Have we got much background on mousesports and the T-sides on Inferno? Is there anything
They've only
to go
played
off?
it a handful of times. So
there's just not much out there.
Yeah, I think they're up to 33 maps. This would be the 34th map played with BMAS. So we're talking about maybe 6 games on Inferno that they've played. And it's quite a mixed bag. They've had some good results, and they've also had some bad results on this. But considering how new this team is, it's hard to bank on consistency with any of their approaches. But it's a B pounce.
Let's go, Flamey. See if he can control it. Once again, the mousesports boys give it a good go, and they find success. Nice back-to-back pickup. Carrigan and BMAS in combination. Drops on the bomb. Gets it back in. Nice little plant.
Save call already.
Yeah. And again, 8 rounds now posted on the board. It does get more exciting.
It definitely does now.
Please don't think we're not paying attention. It is purely because it will take one, well, not necessarily one round because the money's building up, but it doesn't take much to break this momentum.
Yeah, and when you look at this now, when we start to discuss these situations, NaVi, the reason that they're not going aggressively for the retakes yet is because they still have this buffer, right? They're still going to be working with a 5-round buffer after the bomb goes off here. And for them, they're playing the percentages. They're just holding onto their guns. There's no need to, you know, be a little bit frivolous in the retakes and try and steal away a round that you probably won't be able to win. The B bomb site on Inferno, you throw that in the mix with the A bomb site on Inferno as well as the B bomb site on Dust 2. There's a handful of other sites that are very, very difficult to retake. So just playing these percentages, holding onto the guns. Have a look at this. So Boomich, he can buy, right? He's got enough money. You can get one of the 3 players who just save rifles to drop across another weapon, and they'll be able to have a full buy once again. So NaVi, they didn't win out here on the trades. They felt like Boomich had done enough. It felt like he had drawn enough attention, but BMAS continuing with some of those good entries. And for NaVi, they are going to take a save because, look at this. Yet to post a round. So this is 6 straight, and it's been quite a few gun rounds here. It's been, you know, 2. There's been a couple of dangerous force buys as well. So mousesports are weathering this storm. 22 kills for Simple, 15 for Perfecto, 14 for Electronic, 12 for Boomich, and 10 for Flamey. But this I want to post this picture just for everybody at home. It's just going to take one round where maybe they do a quad play and Electronic's in pit and he gets a triple kill, right? That's a NaVi round. We're up to 14. So mousesports, they're in touching distance. They win this one and they don't allow so many save rifles because at this point of the game, I would like to see mousesports going for more chases. They need to be a little bit more cutthroat in their approach because you can see what NaVi are doing. They're just sitting on their back. You know, they're in the lovely, salty Mediterranean Sea and they're just looking up at the sun, keeping themselves alive until they get that opportunity to strike. So Simple, he wants to strike early. He's going to push himself down towards alt mid. This is on a timer. As soon as that Molotov starts to dissipate, he will have to change his tact. Rops is tucked on in already towards the bottom of halls, just listening for any sound cues. That nade over the top tells him that at least somebody was close towards the quad side. And now he can start his general progression up towards the halls position. Unless... Okay, just wanting to do his diligence here. He's throwing some nades. It looks like he's setting up an arch side smoke from this position. We've also got over towards Banana, Carrigan and BMAS just working their way. There's a half-wall smoke about to dissipate. They might want to make sure that they Molotov towards the top of Banana and potentially Molotov that sandbag position as well. They only have one to work with, so the priority will be the top of Banana, so Carrigan can clear out the sandbag. This is a place that Boomich used to love to play a lot, but once it was found out that was his go-to maneuver, he had to start changing things up a little bit. And now that they have Banana control, they can work on getting top mid control. And NaVi are committing my #1 sin on this map. They're not maintaining any map information. They don't have top mid and they don't have Banana control. And this means you can be isolated into either 2v5 or 3v5 duels. And this time round, it's going to be a 2v5 duel on the B site.
Here we go. Boomich fully blind. They're both still blind. Coming out of it now. Boomich was still caught. He was fully white on that. Flamey a little bit better off, but just trying to buy time for rotations. And I think he's going to be overwhelmed. Yeah, Chris J quick on that. Save again.
This is a play-by-play caster's nightmare. The thing is, the action happens in a 10... It is. It's this here is why the games can
Chad
feel...
knows too much. He's learnt the ways.
This is why games can feel like there's no excitement in them, because you saw them posture, they defaulted, they executed, they get 2 kills. There wasn't even a trade frag available for NaVi there because Lauren was bang on. They were completely blind. And now it is just the save. But thank bloody God, mousesports are on the chase. Rops has locked them in. You've got the rotation coming through as well. Frozen now pushing up middle. Coming through library will be Carrigan. If they can take away any of these rifles...
The play-by-play?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Simple. Desperately trying to hold on to this AWP. He needs it going forward, and he's going to at least get past the first hurdle. Second in, maybe Frozen. You've got a couple more nearby. They can chase this. They're still on 10k plus. They're all near max cap, but decide against it. Maybe not want to lose those AKs.
Isn't that dumb? The play-by-play has to be the chase on the weapons. Like, what are we even doing with our lives anymore? Okay, here's the deal, NaVi. You just took a pause and you couldn't solve the puzzle. It's pretty simple. Hold on to some map control, either top, mid, or banana. You need one of them, all right? It's very, very clear that is the case because mousesports, they are not giving up anything. And the odds here from GGBet are now starting to reflect that. We're back and forth, swings and roundabouts, Simple going for the same peak. Rops goes through the door, so he's safe from this angle. Nobody else overextending within the early stages. This can't be the only way they play for info. Like, look at, if they lose in this fashion, I'm going to question what the bloody hell Blade's been saying. Like, why would you not play for either part of map control?
I feel like they're resting on the laurels of, well, eventually one of us will multi.
Well, it's not working.
I'm with you. That's how, trust me, I'm...
7 straight, Lauren.
It's a lot. It is a lot. And we're almost at that double-digit number where we have to really take into account
already there.
what this means. You're fully on board, and I really don't blame you. Because again, there is no one on Banana. They have zero information on it. They have no way to find out where these players are. Now all the util comes in. It's a set piece. Christian gonna lead the way. Electronic towards the pit. Gotta be careful, but he's through that. He's going straight ahead. He's around the back lines. When he comes out of this, he's gonna see it all, but sees nothing. Simple still finds BMAS, but it's Chris J's position that wins them this round. And once again, they're locked out. And once again, they have to save.
What are they doing? What are they afraid of? There's not a T-side AWP. There's no Woxic on the other side of things to run up and crack you open. You have Simple. Send him over to Banana with the AWP. Let him posture up for some control. Do a 4-man A-stack. Maybe try and keep quad control. Boost up on the porch. Maybe get up on the balcony. Do something with intent. When you're sitting back, there's a bloody starfish right here. Nobody loves that. I'm just flabbergasted. What is going on? This is 8 rounds on the trot, and they haven't done anything different.
They got an AK now.
I just don't understand why you wouldn't. Like, I'm really struggling to find a solution. Because you have a buffer of rounds, you experiment within the early stages.
Exactly. There is a balance of like, right, well, we need to, you know, like we've got a couple of rounds to play with. Don't worry too much. But then there is that chance of, well, let's throw something in there. Because we can recover our economy in time. We don't have to be too scared of this. They've got everything to lose. And Christian coming out of that flash, he was fully blind all the way up, by the way. And just set into this so perfectly to find those two. Another timeout comes in. And this is where pressure does begin to mount. Because someone like Simple, for example, will be chomping at the bit to probably try and do something, but you're playing to the IGL's tune, right?
This is like a dry run simulator. This is Carrigan going, all right, guys, I want to run the default until about 35 seconds, and then we're going to go for a B set piece. All right, guys, we're going to run the default, but we're going to execute onto A at 1 minute. That's all they're doing because they're not being pressured. The only pressure I have seen is a little bit of banana utility we've seen go down, that mousesports have avoided all of it, and Simple going for the deep Molotov mid and going for a second mid pick. They're just getting executed on. So the way to not get executed on is to take some map control so you can at least cheat a player over to the other side of things. mousesports' money is swelling out of control. You've got Christian at 15k, 13k for Rops, 11k for Frozen, 10k for BMAS. Carrigan's on the least, and it's still 5.4. So let's see. 3 towards Banana. Maybe they'll fight. All right, Boomage mollied up. Has to think better of it. Good nade damage onto BMAS. Simple is here with the AWP. He's been flushed on off. Another Molotov pushes him back. Do they have any retake nades for top Banana? They're working with a bunch of smokes, a bunch of mollies, but they've already completely conceded.
Okay. And I want to see how mousesports approach this too, because you've got to be aware coming out of a pause that there's a chance they've gone for an aggressive play or a switch up or something a little weird. And I want to see how they decide to approach this end. So heavy early attention towards Banana. However, they have peeled away from this, maybe feeling, you know, the AWP presence or whatever. They don't want any of that. So once again, they fall back to this A piece. Now, this time around, Simple's not here. It's Electronic, Perfecto, and I think Boomage sitting on this side. So there come the mollies clearing out close. No one's that close by. It's Boomage sitting on the edge of that smoke. A little bit of util being thrown in late game now. You're going to have Simple in the right place this time. Coming around a little later, sure, but he'll be there. Perfecto isolates Frozen. Karrigan quick on this. He needed that, and he doesn't get it. But Bemas and Rops, they're doing the heavy lifting as much as they can. Rops still alive, now 2v2. But Simple wants in, and he's going to get in. No freebies this time. Christian, you are bold. Would you dare? Oh, he does. He's gonna take on Simple. You don't get to mess with this man. Flamey's there too. Chris J's going to try and do something real dirty, and I quite like that. 20 seconds. What are you up to? There's the steps. Up above the smoke, watching the edges. He's trying to define the play by himself. Cutting a new slice across the map! Oh, Chris J, that is perfect play. You just galaxy-brained both of them.
Huge stuff from Chris there. Absolutely huge stuff, and Mouse are actually the ones to call the timeout off the back of that. They haven't need the clutch factor to come on in, but finally a multi-kill from NaVi. It almost sets them up for a round. 2v2, there's a chance for the retake. NaVi have to start going for rounds here. They have the advantage in the 2-on-1. Chris J with the late smoke, and that's all you need. A comeback from 13-2 down.
His
from
mouse
the
stopped
CT
working.
side. He was in a 1-on-4 against Simple, and his mouse stopped working.
Loses the clutch. It couldn't go any worse. It's
How are
all
we
falling
here?
apart.
How are we at this point of the game right now? This should never have happened. NaVi are yet to post a CT-sided round. If we thought the mousesports CT side was bad, well, NaVi are showing us it can get worse. They've gone into the buy again. Simple's been dropped across an AWP. There was intent to go for banana control. They had the AWP over that side of the map, so we saw a change in look. They managed to have an extra man over towards that site at least a little bit quicker, but still wasn't enough for NaVi.
Karrigan noted that AWP adjustment. I wonder how he now approaches this round, if he's still aware of where it could be, if they're keeping track of this. Heavier lean towards second mid. Again this time, though, a little bit of a different look to this. Simple's going to be potentially posted up quite close by. Depending on the timing here, they have taken that apartment's control, and Karrigan's had no contest over towards Banana either. He can test this out. Perfecto. I don't see anyone with a flash, just sitting waiting. Here we go. That's a little look. Nothing there. Smoke out. And backs away.
So they've decided to play for this type of information so late. And now, look, mousesports, they don't need to take such a direct approach. They were very, very passive. They knew that type of a play was coming in. They completely hid in plain sight. And then as soon as that smoke goes down, they take the territory. Simple smoke didn't go as deep as he wanted. They'll get mid-control. They can actually use that to their advantage. As you can see, it's covering off the majority of quad there. Have to be a little bit concerned for under the balcony, but Karrigan wants to go for a very aggressive play over towards this arch side. The Famus for Perfecto is not the ideal weapon to be taking this duel, and it might be multiple. Karrigan gets flashed in, going forward.
Smoke's over. Simple's up close this time, though. Taking down Chris J is going to be big. He's had 2 big moments on this bomb site. And now there's still 3 players to get past, but Karrigan's position. Electronics read it. Finally, they seem to have got a grasp on this, but it felt so long in the making. 14 rounds. Yes, it will probably be posted. But that's few and far between. Yeah,
well, good stuff for them to finally be able to convert one here. That was Electronic with a triple kill up from the balcony, and one of those was to save the life of Simple. If he went down, that site could have completely crumbled. There was the smoke that landed on the barrels in the side, and I'm not sure if that was a CT smoke or a T smoke. Normally, you don't want it to land there. It needs to trickle on down and land on that floor position. And that worked in the favor there for NaVi either way. And we do see them post their first CT-sided round. That was 9 on the trot from mousesports. Impressive stuff. Their bank is good for a buy. There's no problems there. This is the fast execute.
Do they commit to it?
Looks like it.
Yeah, they're going, and look at that. They've caught the AWP out on the other side. Perfecto gets Chris J, but BMAS is there. Breaks through, gets ahead. Now he's got to go. They need to stick ahead of this timing if they want to commit to this fast piece. Already Simple's over towards CT Arch. Flamey's on the way. Electronic is all on his own here, and he's been overrun. Quick pace coming through as Simple now leers through the smoke, though. The beast has arrived on the scene. Another smoke goes up to hinder that progress he was trying to do, and this might be time to back away again.
So Boomich has just taken one. Yeah, they're going to hang around because now it's a 3-on-3.
Oh, back in, boys.
Oh, dear.
No, yeah, okay.
There we go.
Ooh.
Keep your fingers off the buttons.
Hold your horses. Now, time is of the essence here. Simple, a deeper smoke allows a bit more room to play, cuts off that potential from Pit. High flash is coming in. Frozen going to give away his position here. Flamey up and over, looking towards Graveyard. Gets an elevated angle. Frozen's got him, though. Boomich on the trade. Time now ticking. Keep in mind, they're working against it. Now the final position's been noted, and he's dead, and he's gone. mousesports are running this all the way back.
Oh, so Boomich getting that kill there from second middle actually baited them into going for that retake. It was a 3-on-3. They're running out of opportunities here, and NaVi thought that could be an opportunity for them to open the door or start closing it, as it were. But this here, it just was too simple once they were in the site. And I really want to point out BMAS being such a factor as he swung around, taking Electronic in the site. That completely destroyed any chance there was for NaVi to contest that plant. And here they've bought again. So once more, a buy without a lot of utility, not a single defuse kit in play. Electronic down to the Famas, but Simple still has the AWP. We need some impact from him, and we need it now.
I like this. So they're starting to also pressure towards top of Banana again on the T side. They've kind of left that on its Simple's on 12 HP. He just took so much damage sticking around towards that molly, and now Perfecto's going to pick up the pieces and kind of take position. Now there was early utility shown towards Banana this time. It's the first time we've seen that. At least in a couple of rounds, it was just Carrigan keeping watch on it, and they've gone quiet towards clearing top mid. They've baited a little bit of a maneuver here from Simple to fall back towards Library. No, he's still going to stick around, but maybe considering this is going to be a little bit more pressure. But he has to be cautious now himself. 12 HP really isn't much to play with, even with that AWP. Smoke again. Every bit of vision he's going for is being denied. And now only one smoke left on the T's. This is going to be a bit of a harsher hit to land as Perfecto turns for the flash. Here comes the T's though. Carrigan round the corner opens things up. It's game on. Electronic and Simple still very present on this site. One's locked out by Library, but Electronic's going to be spotted. Rops gets him down, and the site's now open. And the last three are put again in the similar position of what do we do with these guns? Because we need them. And it's time to back away again.
Oh, man. This is just time and time again in both halves. The teams have had to save. Unfortunately, if you're a NaVi fan, when you get to the second half of the game, eventually you need to start going for retakes. So now the scoreline, it will tick on up. mousesports, 13 rounds to their name. That's the amount of CT side rounds they lost, right? They have won 11 T rounds here to come back into this. Now, look, this shouldn't be happening. NaVi should not be losing on their CT side on a map like this in this fashion. And I was more than happy to say it for Mouse. They're a newer team. They only had coming in today 31 maps played with BMAS.
You don't have that depth yet. They don't have all those new looks to go to.
It's not a map where I thought they had enough, you know, puzzle pieces to solve if we had problems. And they had problems. But now their T side, they have just been able to go wherever they want, execute using their individuals fantastically. BMAS has 14 kills here. This is the least he's had on any map in the series so far. But they're still getting across the line. Rops 19 for Carrigan. The frags aren't huge, and it's because NaVi have had to save so much. They've had to hold on to these weapons. And now as we move into the business end of the game, they will have another buy. The saved guns have given them another chance. They just need 2 rounds. But man, the stress level has to be reaching an all-time high. This was a 13-2 T half on Inferno. I can't stress that enough.
This turns into also a question of composure for NaVi. They are holding that very fine line here of keeping themselves in this game, of course. And those saves time and time again, you're caging animals at this point. Simple, I'm sure, would be chomping at the bit to do what he can, but he plays the game for the team. And again, Carrigan this time testing the top of Banana. As a look, no one's pushed up close. He's cleared well enough, but Boomich waiting on the other side with Flamey. Oh, flash a little short. As they wind up. They're not leaving mid unattended either. Still Rops in play. Flamey looking to maybe set something in motion if contact is made. But for now, mousesports going through the motions, doing what they need to ensure that both sites currently feel a little bit of pressure.
I'm good to see, I'm happy to see NaVi with top mid control here. At least they can hold on to some information against mousesports. Working with now. It's a fake. This is a fake.
But it's had success. Carrigan finding Boomich is massive.
It's drawn the rotation. Everyone's moving.
Oh, gosh. Okay, wait. It looks like Perfecto's just kind of stopped for a second. He's going to take a moment to consider. But actually, they've come around to this now. Off the back of that success, you're going to have Rops potentially on the lurk. Maybe hinder anyone else coming over. But Simple's made it through. Flamey's now blind, but the cross has come in. There goes Frozen. Maybe this is the final chance for them to actually deal with this. It'd be 15 on the board, and it'd be OT as a consideration. Rops... What is going on with these two? 17 seconds!
Oh my God!
Kill! And now Simple calls upon again. They've got to know he's here. Chris J on the west.
He can hide. He can run. He knows Rops is CT.
Run. All you've got to do is survive. He's standing his ground. He's close by. And he's going to do the dirty. It's 15 rounds, but it's not the win just yet. But they finally got one on the board.
Boy, it is tense out here. How did Mouse almost turn that around? Simple having to get them across the line. 29 kills now. NaVi. Oh, they love to do it under pressure. And they've almost made a meal of this one here. Just one more round necessary to take this one, to close it up, to put this nightmare potentially behind them. That first half from NaVi was masterful. It was great to watch, but this comeback from Mouse, it's made for a fun story.
Simple. Flashed up. He's in a bad spot right now. He's going to have Molly's locking him in. Chris Chase checking, but apparently he's fine. Still worth a 1-for-1 trade. BMAS is fast through this. UMP set into motion. This looks like it's all but over, and maybe NaVi have done just enough to keep control here. Perfecto takes the time, takes the frag, and Dream's about to be dashed from mousesports. Boomich to close.